Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Trying a different angle here for my IG people. So come on in. And as you are coming in, let me know where you're checking in from. Come on in, come on in. Come on in the room. Hey, 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 guys. Where you checking in from? And I'm going to get this shared. All right, let's see. Come on in. Am I live on here? Hold up. I don't think. All right, I can't tell if I'm live on IG. I could tell I'm live on Facebook, but I can't tell on IG. So 1 second, guys. Let me get a little life together here. Come on in. Let me know where you're checking in from. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Tuesday to everyone. All right, this is not showing up like I needed to. If you give me a moment, if you come on in, we'll get started here shortly. Give a couple of people some time to get on. Okay, we're good on there. Okay, I think I knocked the live off of IG. So 1 second here. Let me get my little life together. Come on in tonight, guys. We're going to discuss self-employed people and those that were affected by COVID. If you had to take some time off, there's some credits available to you, as well as making sure, again, that we have everything that we need to get started with tax prep for Friday. So the tax season officially begins on Friday. Here we go. Okay, let's try this again on this one. Oh, they're having trouble on IG. So Facebook, if you'll come on in. Again, as you come in the room, just let me know where you're checking in from. Let me know where you're checking in from. Here we go. And hopefully we can get connected to IG. Hopefully they'll be able to. I don't know what's going on there. And I'm just trying to get this shared to my page, but it looks like IG. What is my password? Who gets locked out but me? So this is going to be one of those nights, guys. I already see it, that everything wants to act weird. But come on in, be patient with me. I appreciate it in advance. Okay. And we will get started here shortly. All right, so I got that situated. I appreciate you guys being patient with me here. And like I said, I don't know what's going on with Instagram. Um, but wonder if there's a way for me to do it from here. Thank you for sharing, Ebony. I don't know why am I live. Now, if this works like this. Okay, so looks like everyone else is starting live videos on IG but me. So, y'all know I don't like to give up on stuff easily, but if it doesn't work this time around, we're going to go ahead and get started. So again, welcome and thank you for joining me. I am Tawana with Bryant Business Solutions. I am an accounting and tax expert strategist. I help business owners get started with their business formation and choosing an entity type and how they want to be taxed and the responsibilities that come along with that. We provide tax preparation services, CFO services, tax planning. Again, soon we will be adding credit repair as well as capital funding. So that's exciting as well. Let's see. So come on in. And again, if you would just drop in the chat where you're checking in from, I'd love to know where all right. Doesn't look like I'll just have to download this and then IG will have to get caught up with us later. Okay. So again, I am Tawana with Bryant Business Solutions, and I am excited that you've joined me for Tax Talk Tuesday with Tawana. I wanted to start this. Hey, Lita. I wanted to start going live, and I will go live through the duration of tax season because there's so many changes that are constantly happening in our tax laws. Again, the tax laws change on an average of once per day minimum. Okay, which means we have what, 365 in a leap year, 366 days of the year. And so we want to make sure that we're staying abreast of as much as we possibly can. So things that apply to the general population, I try to make sure I go live about those things as we come out of tax season and towards more of when the business owners begin to really, and when I say business owners, I mean you could be self-employed, you could be an insurance agent, real estate agent, even if you get 1099s, the gig economy, those people who are doing Uber and what's the other one? I tried it once and it was too expensive for me. What's the thing where they come and they bring the food to the house? Uber Eats and things like that. So those people that are doing those type of things, you are considered to be self-employed. So some of these things apply to you as well. So what I wanted to do is talk about two specific things today. One is just making sure that we're prepared for tax season. Okay, so first things first. So at the beginning, well, by February 1st, everyone should have had, if you had to issue W-2s or 1099s before filing taxes, the business owners or the company that you work for should have had those issued. If you haven't received them by now, be patient. I'm going to ask you again to be patient this tax season. The mail alone is running very, very slow. I actually have clients that are work for the U.S. Postal Service, and they've really been doing some long, treacherous hours. So kudos to them, but they've been working tirelessly, but the mail system is still moving rather slow and getting things, where they need to be. So just be patient and waiting on your W-2s and your 1099s. Again, if you know that you worked somewhere, wait on all of your documents. You do not want to be in a situation where you have to file an amendment, because amendments are costly, especially if you go to someone who didn't prepare your taxes the first time, because you will then be paying for that original preparation plus the amendment. So let's be patient, guys. I know it's a tough and trying year, but we want to make sure that we're waiting on all of our documents and forms before we're filing our taxes, okay? So if you feel like you're not quite sure of everything that you should be getting, so you know how sometimes even when we're doing side hustles, we forget that, oh, I did one day for this company here and I made X amount of dollars, or 1 week here and I made at least $600 with this company, and I think I should be getting a 1099. You actually can log on to irs.gov and request a copy of your tax transcripts. Now, you will have to know your addresses and some of your own personal information because there's a verification process, but understand that you do have access to that information, so you can already see those companies that filed 1099s or W-2s saying that you earned income from them, because they're going to send a copy to the IRS, they're going to send a copy to you, and they will keep a copy for their own records, okay? So you want to make sure that you're waiting on those documents. Now, you may ask me, well, Tawana, why can't I just pull those down and file my W-2 from those documents? Well, 1099s possible. However, as tax professionals, we have to ensure that we're waiting on these documents to be sent, because that's what we have to keep for our records in the event that we're audited. But also for the W-2s, the W-2s does not list the state information. It will only have the federal information listed on there. So again, you want to make sure that you give it time for those things to arrive. And that's W-2s, 1099 miscellaneous, the 1099, and that's for miscellaneous income, the 1099 INT, which is for interest income, your non-employee compensation. And so what they did this year is they separated out that 1099 income for contractors. So that form that you will get will be different than the 1099 MISC that you typically would have received. It's now the NEC, which is the non-employee compensation, okay? The other thing is the 1099-G. If you got unemployment, you will be getting a 1099-G. I know in the state of South Carolina, they've already put theirs online for 2020. So they've put them on the accounts. Again, the mail is moving slow. I see that some people are actually receiving economic impact payment letters saying that they're going to get a second stimulus payment. Well, they're excited saying, oh, I'm about to get another check. This is old. You already got the money, especially if you had it direct deposited. So just understand that our mail system is just moving a little bit slower than, typical. So again, be patient for those things to come. All right. So the other thing that I wanted to make sure that we take care of is having our documents together and making sure that we've actually we're getting our documents together for our tax professional. Now, I don't know if you live in a house like mine where people tend to move things. Grab you a folder, a manila folder, and start just kind of putting your stuff in there. Label it taxes 2021 and put your information in there so that you won't lose those documents, okay? And you have everything that you need to provide either to your tax professional, or if you're going to file a loan. Again, I strongly recommend that you do not file on your own or attempt to do that this year. There are so many nuances, so many changes. We've got our work cut out for us this year because there's a lot of calculations and if-then scenarios to take into consideration. So you're going to see where we're asking a lot more questions. We're wanting to know, did you get PPP funds? If you did, were they forgiven? If you got, if you want to use your 2019 versus your 2020 numbers for earned income credit. So there's just so many changes, and I don't want anyone to get caught in a situation where you filed incorrectly and you may in the event you get audited, now you got penalties and interest because something wasn't filed correctly. At least if something happens, you'll have, the backing of a licensed tax professional. And that's something else I think I had posted this week or earlier this week, or last week, that talked about when you're seeking out a professional or a tax professional, two things. One, typically, typically you can check the IRS's website for people's credentials. Well, I just learned this week because my credentials are not showing. However, it shows for me in my system for my preparer information, it shows my credentials, but it doesn't show on the IRS website when I look up tax professionals in my area, or just, that has this credential that I have, the AFSP, annual filing season. And that means that I volunteered to take additional hours. I'm not a CPA, I'm not an enrolled agent, and I'm not an attorney. So I enrolled voluntarily to take additional training and tests in order to get that credential. Okay. And I kept looking for it because I'm like, okay, I want to explain to people that you need to really seek out a professional. And I spoke with a young lady this week, and she said that they are behind, and told me that it typically takes 4 to 6 weeks for it to get loaded. I'm like, okay, it's past 6 weeks. And she was like, I know we're still really, really behind. So if you want proof from whomever you're seeking out, we do have access to our information and can provide that to you, although we may not necessarily show up in the directory because they're behind in getting those things filed. But you want to make sure that if you are paying a professional to complete your taxes, make sure that they're signing your return. Make sure that they're putting their information at the bottom of your return, because if they're not, something funny may be going on. If you begin to see numbers that are funny, because there are people who are credentialed that commits fraud all the time, and they're starting to crack down. It's people 6 years, 10 years, and they're starting to get them, and they're starting to lock these people up, and they're having to do federal time and or pay restitution for defrauding the IRS. And so you just want to make sure, again, you look over your return before you sign it, because once you sign it, you're saying that this information is true to the best of my knowledge. And this is the information that I provide to my tax professional or my accounting professional, whoever you have do your taxes. You're saying that information is true and accurate under the penalties and perjury laws. Okay. And then we also signed saying, this is the information that was provided. So a lot of times what you will see us do is request information via the tax organizer. And we get you to sign that, as well as an engagement letter saying we're relying on you to give us accurate information. Now, we're not checking behind you to see, in some cases, whether or not this information is completely 100% accurate. We're relying on you for this information in order to complete your return. So just make sure you're double checking your information. I'm big on honesty. I'm big on integrity. I'm big on credentialed representatives doing what they're supposed to be doing, and having that information. Okay, as it pertains to the self-employed. Okay, so if you're self-employed and you got sick during COVID, or you had to take care of a family member during COVID, so there's credits for the employers who have W-2 employees and things of that nature. There are also, and the form is ready now, there's a form that lets self-employed individuals claim sick and family leave credits. So again, what do I mean by self-employed? Self-employed people can be someone that's driving Uber, Lyft. You could be delivering DoorDash. That's what it was. I could not remember. DoorDash. You could be doing roadie, or you can be selling MLM, you could be doing any of that. You can, if you're a employed individual. Now, don't think, okay, I had some symptoms, I didn't get any documentation. You're going to have some documentation to say, in fact, in the event that I'm audited, yes, I'll be able to provide documentation that I did in fact have to take time because my family member was sick or was diagnosed with COVID, or there's cases where people were quarantined before the results even came back. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and give you that form. I don't know if you want to even take a stab at it, but it's IRS form 7202. And it's the credits for sick leave and family leave for certain self-employed individuals. Okay. Now, with this form, the taxpayers can actually claim credits on their 2020 form 1040 for leave that was taken in between April 1st and December 31st of 2020. So if you had to take some time off after April 1st through December 31st of 2020 as it related to COVID to care for yourself or a family member, you can actually claim that on your return. Okay. And then for your form 2021 form 1040, that's where you would put in any leave that you had to take for this year 2021 between January 1st and March 31st. Okay. So that's something that's pretty good. And you have to, though, in order to qualify, again, you must be conducting a trade or business that qualifies as self-employment income and be eligible to receive sick and family leave wages, okay, under the Emergency Paid Sick Leave Act. Again, these are things that we're checking for. The IRS has instructions on how to calculate that. I know one of the amounts was up to, it's like 500 and some odd dollars a day. I don't know the exact dollar amount. I don't have that in front of me, but it's 500 and some odd dollars a day that they allow you to claim up to. So that's some good relief. Again, remember, it is a credit, so it reduces your tax liability. It's not necessarily anything that is saying you're similar to like the earned income tax credit where you can get refunded credits. It's not like that. It's a tax credit that offsets income. So you have to have income. Okay. So you can't be claiming a loss on your taxes and saying, I want to claim this too. You have to show viable income and net profits in order to claim those credits. So those were the well, kind of three things that I wanted to touch on this evening for Tax Talk Tuesday. Again, if you are not a tax client of Bryant Business Solutions and you want to get started with us or learn a little bit more about us, feel free to hop on a 15-minute free discovery call with me. It's under strategy session, but hop on a free 15-minute call and learn a little bit about what we have to offer you. Again, for those people who are self-employed, I implore you to ensure that your bookkeeping is done and you have clean books going into this tax season. This is where you want to make sure that you're getting all of your deductions that you can rightfully claim that rightfully belong to you. And so you want a professional to look over those documents, even if you do just a review. A lot of us offer quarterly reviews. We offer reviews we offer bookkeeping cleanup. So if you know your books aren't right and you know you don't have time to really, and like the janitorial business owners, y'all are booming right now. Like you're busy right now and you don't have time to be looking at your books because everybody needs you to come sanitize these buildings and keep them clean so they can stay functioning. Like I said, I want to make sure that you're getting your books cleaned up by a professional. We know things that you should be claiming that I see oftentimes that are missed opportunities for deductions. So get a professional to look over your books and do a review for you and then help you navigate through that process or do a cleanup. I'm still running my promo for the cleanup. I'm not posting it as much, but I am still running my clean promo for bookkeeping in your financials for $19.97 for a 2020 cleanup. So if you want to take advantage of that, I'll actually add that to the link as well. That link in the bio for you guys as well, so that you can take advantage of that, because I don't want business owners to miss an opportunity to get their books cleaned up. I know 2020 was a hectic year for a lot of people, which is why I've heavily reduced that service, just to make sure I help you guys get ready. And then the other thing is, the second round of PPPs are going on. Don't miss out on the opportunity to take advantage of that again, because your books aren't in order. Okay. You want to make sure your books are in order. So if your books aren't in order and you want to try to take advantage of those funds, let's get them cleaned up. Let's get them cleaned up. I have a bomb team that's working with me here this year. Again, for my current clients, or if you've already expressed interest in becoming a client of Bryant Business Solutions, check your emails yet again. I did a live earlier today. Check your emails, check your emails, check your emails, because I sent out some pertinent information just for some changes that are happening within Bryant Business Solutions as to how you're processing. I'm no longer accepting text messages or direct messages. I'm wanting everything to go through so that the team can assist you accordingly and follow the process. Okay. So does anyone have any questions tonight? If you do, drop it in the chat. I'm gonna give it a minute for you to be able to drop some, a question in there if you have a question, or if it's something that you don't want to ask on here again. Ty, you special now. And y'all, this is one of my favorite clients. Ty is one of my favorite clients. She's on it when it comes to her business. I always love to interact with her, because she's always, and she wants to know about her business, and that's what I want for all my clients. I want you to know about your business and be able to provide answers if anyone asks you. So y'all, I got some good clients, though. I really do. I have some great clients, even the ones I see once a year at tax time. They are awesome. And then my new onboards, I'm really excited for 2021. I don't know about anybody else. I know this is kind of off and I'm kind of rambling, but y'all, I'm excited about 2021. I don't know about y'all, but I am excited about 2021. Like, God is doing a new thing and I am excited about it. So I don't know about you, but y'all, don't miss the boat. Don't miss the boat. Okay. This is the year of increase. This is the year of you like really going and learning more, being able to build it and go after everything that you set out to go after. Like, let's get it. Like, let's get it. It's out there for us. There's too many opportunities. There's too many grants out there. There's too many things. Yes. Yes, Ty. There's just so much that's out there for us right now. And if we don't use it properly, we're going to miss it. We're going to miss the boat. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss this opportunity really to take advantage of everything that's out there, and be smart with your books. Be smart with your business. We got to stop looking at everything as, oh, how much does that cost? Y'all, I'm still in my book of the millionaire mindset versus the middle class mindset. Like, we got to get out of that mindset of, oh, how much does it cost? How much do you charge? Or how much? And see it as an investment in your business, as an investment in you. Don't stop reading. Don't stop learning. Don't stop seeking information. No, we can't know everything, but a lot of times a $20 book can help us make quadruple that amount. Okay. Even if you double what you paid for a $20 book from the knowledge that you gain from it, you're winning. You're winning. Okay. And then those books for knowledge, those tax write-offs, your accounting, your tax professionals, those are tax write-offs for business owners. Those who have businesses that you're not operating legitimately. Come on, let's get these books cleaned up. Y'all, I have been working with people, like, literally, we are down to pen and paper highlighting and getting their items from being commingled. Like, come on, let's get it. Let's do it the right way. So if somebody come tapping at our door, we ain't got to worry about it. Okay, yeah, you could come here. Here's the books, and you can say it with your head held high. Let's go ahead and get our business in order. Let's get our affairs in order. Now is the time. There's a lot of us that has had time off of work or reduced hours. Use that time wisely, okay? Use that time wisely. So I have rambled. I have enjoyed you guys tonight, even though IG didn't want to cooperate with me. But if you guys are not following me on YouTube, go subscribe. I'm going to start doing some things on YouTube that I'm not doing on Facebook. I'm trying to get it to a point that I'm not giving the exact same information on every platform. So, kind of get everybody in a little bit of everywhere with me. So I'm working on that, some those changes as well. But again, YouTube is going to be a special audience for me so that, you can always go back because it's a resource that's going to always be there. Think about it. If you go Google something, it pulls up everything on YouTube from years ago, okay, that you can look up. And so I want to be able to have some really solid information out there as well and not pertaining to just the 1 year. But yeah, so again, I'm rambling. It's 7:30. We did about 30 minutes worth of time. Again, if you have questions and you're too shy to post it in the chat, that's fine. Reach out to me, schedule an appointment. The link will be below. If you need bookkeeping cleanup for 2020, I am still running a special for January through December. Y'all, you don't get these kind of prices anywhere. Taking into consideration COVID and everything like that, it's about what, 80% off. Like it's heavily reduced, somewhere between 70-80% off, heavily reduced, and the cost for that. We've created such a system that fortunately I'm able to do that and help you guys navigate through that process, so that even if you're commingling funds, y'all, I got some bomb people working with me, but they are getting this stuff cleaned up and turned around for individuals. As a matter of fact, I need to reach out to someone now because theirs is done. And when I say y'all, they had like 5 different jobs and, well, businesses, and was commingling and everything. And we got all of that cleaned up for them. And now we're able to truly see what it is that they earned for each company, like, who doesn't want to know what their stuff really looks like? Who doesn't want to know that they really have the funds to go invest in something? Because remember, cash flow and profits are 2 different things, okay? Just because you have profits don't mean you have cash flow. So you want to know that you know exactly what you have to reinvest in your business or invest in yourself or go purchase something for yourself to say, hey, this is a reward for me doing whatever for my business or whatever. As for me, you guys probably see a different like background. I'm redoing my office and I'm still in the middle of that. But we got it painted. I love my new gray. And waiting on my logo now to get done, to put that up on the wall, and you're going to see some different setups. So I'm excited to share that with you all as well. But again, tax season 2021, let's get it. Let's be patient and wait on our tax documents. But again, if you need to double check your tax documents to make sure you have everything, you can go to irs.gov and look for tax transcripts, register if you do not currently have an account, and see who all has reported 1099, because all of that should be in by now. 1099 and W-2 income for you, because you don't want to miss your income. I mean, yeah, we don't want to miss expenses either, but we don't want to miss that income because the IRS is going to be looking at that closely. The IRS is also looking at cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, those things. They're looking at that closely as well. So you don't want to miss out on that. Check your transcripts online. Again, you have to know your address, your last address that you provided for your taxes to be prepared. So you want to make sure that you know your address and then be able to answer some personal questions to verify your identity. And then the other thing that we discussed tonight was the special credits that they have now for our self-employed as it relates to claiming sick and family leave credits on your taxes. Again, that is offset by income. So it's not that you can just claim it and get money because it goes over. That's not the situation. It's credit against income if you had to take time for yourself or your family member as it pertained to COVID to take care of your family member. All right. Well, I am going to wrap up here. I'm going to still be working, but I am wrapping it up. I'd love to chat with you guys. So again, if you do not feel like you can put it in the chat, by all means, schedule an appointment. I love to talk to you for a moment to just to learn a little bit more about your business if you're a business owner, or help you get onboarded if you are prepared to get started with your taxes. You know what you need. If you're a current client, you have an email with a link again, or you can use this link that's below on here, this calendly.com, BB Solutions 3 tax on board, and that will get you set up, and my team will get your email out to you with your checklist items that you'll need to get started. There's again multiple questionnaires because there's a lot of things that we have to verify this year. So be patient with us. We'll be patient with you and help you navigate through this process. All right. Until next week, unless I hop on in between that, you all have a great evening.